he scared?
We'll see. We'll see. It'll come to fruition on fight night, or when it's time to sign contracts.
To my choke artists, I don't like people who are elite and then the moment arrives and then you can't find them, okay? I like cats that show you who they are. And
he ducking me, man. I stood on my business, and you know, Bill ain't stand on his. So,
you already know.
Only thing I can do is it take two to tango. You know what I'm saying?
Two to tango. Okay.
Yep.
Keyshawn, how does that fight go down, man? You and Devin Haney.
I'm knocking Devin Haney out. That's why I ain't hear from him. He know that.
I saw earlier.
Stephen A. Smith is once again speaking without hesitation about the chaos in boxing. He has made his position clear, openly criticizing Devin Haney and accusing him of avoiding a dangerous showdown with rising contender Keyshawn Davis. Davis has proven he is explosive, motivated, and mentally ready for a true title battle. He even offered to move up in weight to make the fight happen. This situation is no longer just about rankings or protecting an undefeated record. It has become personal. With Smith publicly questioning Haney's legacy, fans across the sport are demanding that both fighters settle it in the ring once and for all.
Man, he ducking me, man. I stood on my business, and you know, Bill ain't stand on his. So,
you already know.
Only thing I can do is it take two to tango. You know what I'm saying?
Two to tango. Okay.
Yep.
Keyshawn, how does that fight go down, man? You and Devin Haney.
I'm knocking Devin Haney out. That's why I ain't hear from him. He know that.
I saw earlier on Twitter you called out Lamont Roach.
Yeah.
Hold on
you looking to fight him next then if Devo don't show up?
What's up?
So you said you knocking Devin Haney out?
Man, you know I'm knocking him out, man. This shit easy.
You know, I started Devin Haney off.
Where?
Yeah, when he first started boxing.
You could be an upset coach that night.
I brought him in.
You could be an upset coach that night. But it's not gonna be. Well, it is gonna be an upset on the odds, but not on my odds.
When you see Devin Haney's jab, you know where he learned it from.
Man, that jab is nothing, man. Y'all keep talking about his jab, bro.
To see why Stephen A. Smith is so passionate, you have to remember a major mistake that still follows Haney's camp. Smith did not only criticize the current situation, he also attacked how Haney's team handled the Ryan Garcia fight. They allowed Garcia to control the weight terms, which turned out to be a costly error. That decision placed Haney at a disadvantage and affected his performance. By agreeing to their opponent's demands, they exposed a serious weakness in their planning behind closed doors.
Now, this is what my take on it, how I feel. I think that he was using the PEDs and he didn't care if the fight was gonna happen or not. It was just so happened that they didn't get detected until he lost the weight and he was bone dry. That's not Dev's fault. You know what I'm saying? That falls on his team.
Part of it?
That fight. He agreed to the fight, but I didn't have the fight out in enough time that Ryan shouldn't have came in there on the PEDs.
You should have pushed the drug testing back
I should have pushed the drug testing back more. When we encouraged that next fight, which would have been the rematch, Rolly Romero benefited by the long drug testing, and he got a Ryan Garcia that was more likely on nothing, right? More closer to himself. That fell on me because I put Devin in there with a fighter that was on some.
So you don't attribute none of that, what happened in that fight, to skill, Ryan being better in any category?
But my guy didn't have a fair one because we as a team let him down and had him in there with a guy that's on some, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta, we gotta stand up and be accountable for what our actions was. I mean, one thing I did with Brian Norman is I said, okay, so as soon as y'all wanna announce this fight,
we gotta go.
We gotta go. And I caught a lot of flack for that. But it was the right thing to do based on what I had already experienced from a business perspective. Now with Ryan Garcia, his fight didn't get announced to 1 month out. So what does that say about when they started drug testing?
Now that Keyshawn Davis is applying heavy pressure, that past failure makes the hesitation look even worse. It creates the image of a team that lacks confidence and is trying hard to avoid another painful night inside the ring.
You obviously don't like that Shakur's at number 3. You think that that's not a legitimate ranking?
That's the opinion of Dougie Fisher and Sean Zattel.
And I want to know Bill Haney's opinion. Do you believe he belongs at number 3 for what he did?
No, I believe that Devin is number 1.
He can't be number 1. And Nue is a 2-time undisputed, currently active fighting champion.
Hold on. By the time you do it and you do it without the machine's help, when you do it in the glory divisions, when you do it for the legacy that we've done, the guys that you're talking about anyway has been carefully matched. He's not out here in the streets like us. He hasn't crossed platforms, networks. He hasn't did any of that thing. He's been old-fashioned, home cooking. He has home court advantage every time that he's fought. Has Inoue ever fought where he was the underdog, where they thought that he was going to lose?
No, but that's because he's a fucking knockout puncher.
What weight does he knock him out in?
In the last 4 weight classes he's been in.
While Haney's side searches for direction, Keyshawn Davis continues to push forward. He is not calmly requesting a title opportunity. He is demanding a fight. Davis has publicly called out Haney for mentioning big names while leaving him out. To make his point stronger, he declared he is willing to leave his current division and move directly to 147 pounds just to face him. He shows no concern for Haney's reputation. Davis insists that Haney does not carry true knockout power and that his defense can be broken down. In his mind, this would not be a slow tactical contest. He believes it would end with him delivering a brutal knockout victory.
Because I do got more history with Bill. Bill, when I was like coming up in the game, Bill always used to be like, oh, the businessman. Like he showed me amazing love. And Devin Haney was just the one that just act like he couldn't see me, which I knew like, oh, you probably scared of me. Oh, you probably got something to her. I don't know what it was. But I never seen Bill show me so much love and Devin didn't. Like it was always like the same thing, but when it came to me, it was different. But now that is weird because now it's like, damn. Like, I'm gonna be totally honest. Like, one time on Twitter, like back in, this like a little personal, but like, he called me a B-word one time on Twitter. And I'm like, you grown as hell, why you even coming at a kid like that? But I'm like, all right, but I respect you differently now, you know? And ever since then, I just looked at them differently, like, okay, bet. When I get myself in a real opportunity, I'm gunning for y'all, super gunning for y'all. And when I see him at the weigh-ins, I don't remember back then. I just remember him saying that.
Right.
But I seen him at the weigh-ins for MSG.
Right.
I seen Bill. I walked up to Bill because we was DMing each other.
Right.
I walked up to Bill. I said what I said, and he told me to stand on it. And I said, after I knock Jermaine out, we gonna fight, right?
Yeah.
I said that purposely because I'm the same person that was telling Jay Prince, after I knock Jermaine out, they not gonna wanna fight me. They gonna be like, nah. So I said that purposely to him. After I knocked Jermaine out, you gonna fight me, right?
He said Devin.
I said that
no, he said it to
Bill.
Bill. Okay.
He said, yeah, be a man of your word and stand on it.
Yeah, he did say that.
Why I ain't get no call out? Why I ain't get we ain't reaching out?
When pressure builds like this, fighters usually respond quickly. However, Bill Haney, Devin's father, added even more confusion. Instead of clearly accepting or rejecting the challenge, he responded with an unusual statement. He posted online claiming that Davis's team was not negotiating honestly. Then he shocked many people by telling them to speak with Jay Prince instead.
It's me. It's me. I'm not paying Keyshawn no attention. You dig? Because listen, every time that I talked to him, I told him in his face, I said, you didn't have to fight this fight. You could have talked to me and we could have been making this thing happen, right? He told me, he says, I know. He said, I know. He said, I said, okay, I got you in the DMs. I got the DM on your word on it, right? I said, when you get through fighting, is Devin next? Do you want to fight Devin next? He said, yes. And then he switched over and said he wanted to fight Crocker.
I saw that.
I said, Crocker? I said, oh yeah, I ain't fucking with you. I said, I'm not fucking with you ever again. Now listen. I said, I'm not fucking with him. I said, no, I ain't fucking with him, right? He went and did the brick. He did the brick shit. He went on the tear. I hit him in the DM. I said, do you want to negotiate? You want to negotiate this? You talking about you looking for Devin and you're Craig and all that. He said, no. I said, you want me to call Jay? He said, yeah, call Jay.
So you asked Keyshawn after the brick video if he wants to negotiate, and he said no, he directed you to Jay Prince?
Yes.
So did you talk to Jay Prince?
No. I talked to Jay. I talked to the attorney at Top Rank about it, but I was already talking to him about Xander Zayas.
So are you not entertaining the Keyshawn fight at all now? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay. So right now, the priority is who? In what order? In your mind?
I believe that the first priority comes with the redemption match, right? The ultimate grudge match. Two guys having both belts, unification fight, fight that the people are saying that Ryan is at his best. That's that's the low-hanging fruit. But of course, all respect to Xander Zayas and that team.
who we've been talking, you know what I mean, about making this fight happen.
That unexpected reference created a storm among fans. On social media platforms like Reddit and Twitter, discussions exploded. Many supporters and analysts viewed this move as a sign that Haney's camp might be creating distractions to avoid a dangerous fight.
He's calling out Haney, Keyshawn is. What do you think of that fight? Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney.
It's interesting fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a fight I'd like to sit back and watch and see the adjustments that they both make.
Yeah. Would you edge it to either guy right now? Hey.
I gotta, you know what? Keyshawn's been off a while.
Yeah.
So he just had one fight back. So ask me that question after his next fight.
Yeah.
You know, let him get the rust off first and see where he's at.
You know, I remember like Joe Frazier, Ken Norton, they didn't want to fight each other. They were cool. Right. Even back in the day, Rocky Graziano and Jake LaMotta, they never fought. They were cool. What do you think of some guys like Keyshawn and Shakur not interested in fighting each other because of a friendship? Is that nothing new in boxing, or is that not good?
Yeah, it's new. To me, it is.
Okay.
I mean, I've known on the back in the day a lot of guys that were friends that fought. They didn't want to fight, but the way the cards they were dealt, so they had to either play him or step aside.
Beyond the viral moments and heated words, an official rule may actually be protecting Haney right now. The World Boxing Organization stepped in and announced that Davis cannot challenge for the welterweight title at this moment. Their regulations require a fighter to be officially ranked in a division before competing for its belt. Davis has not completed the formal process to campaign at 147 pounds, and records still list him at 140. This raises an important question about the rivalry. Is this simply routine paperwork causing delays? Or is Haney's team relieved to have a legitimate reason to pause the fight?
But just what do you think at this point of their career where Devin, who just proved a lot of people wrong with the Norman win, and Keyshawn, who came from the circumstances Norfolk, he came to stop the guy like Jermaine Ortiz.
Yeah.
Is this fight perfect now? And is this fight something where it has to happen now? And if you did want to do a prediction, I mean, it's no, but just tell me your honest opinion about that, because it looks like everyone is really talking about that fight happening now.
I feel like it's a great time to have that fight right now. Like, yeah, you know, I think Keyshawn could probably continue to build his resume and, you know, build his image and stuff like that, if he wants to. But that fight will definitely attract a lot of attention right now, because Keyshawn, he's been on a tear. Like his last 3 fights, bro, he's been like running through these guys and not leaving it to the judges. And these are like legit dudes that has never been stopped. And then you have Devin, he's, you know, grown into his, you know, his power and grown into this weight class as well. And like, you know, dropping Brian Norman, which was like looked at as the most dangerous guy in the division at the time. It's like Devin did his thing. Devin I think he just has more experience than Keyshawn. And a lot of people would take that and say like, oh, Devin's gonna win. But then on the other hand, Keyshawn has a deep bag and he is like a dog. Like Keyshawn is he's mean in there, bro. He's really mean, you know, so that's gonna be a great fight if it happens. But I do think that right now is a great time for that fight to happen, bro. The boxing fans, like, they're really in tune with it. Keyshawn, he's doing his videos, you know, antagonizing Devin and stuff like that. And you got Bill Haney responding a low key to certain things as well too. So why not? Why not let it happen right now?
Strong opinions are also coming from inside the boxing world. Rising prospect Bruce Carrington recently praised Davis's impressive 12th round knockout of Jermaine Ortiz. Carrington believes Davis has the stamina, power, and skill set to seriously trouble Haney's smooth style. Tomia Smalls shared another interesting detail. He revealed that Davis has been targeting Haney since early in his professional career, when he was just 5 wins with no losses. This is not a sudden move for attention. It is a long-term pursuit from a fighter who believes he understands how to defeat the champion.
In your opinion, who wins that fight if it were to occur?
Out of who?
Devin and Keyshawn.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what I mean? You know, Devin's season. I just seen something the other day. Keyshawn was saying it like, you know what I mean? He was calling Devin out when he knew he wasn't even ready. You know what I mean? He was calling Devin out when he was 5-0, knowing he wasn't ready. So that season they play a part. You know what I mean? But they both been in the game about the same time, man. It's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight for sure.
Do you think the weight is gonna play a role?
I honestly thought Devin and Shakur would end up fighting first. You know what I mean?
Me too.
I thought they would end up fighting first, but you know.
Many people in boxing agree that this matchup would be exciting. However, some doubt that Davis has the technical ability to overcome an experienced fighter like Devin Haney. Haney is widely respected as one of the best defensive boxers in his division. Even so, fighting someone as aggressive as Davis carries real danger. Floyd Schofield shared his opinion, mentioning that Shakur Stevenson encouraged Davis to chase this fight. Schofield Sr. believes Davis is pursuing Haney mainly because of that influence. He also warned that the current version of Haney could overpower Davis. He pointed to Haney's recent victory over Brian Norman Jr., saying he looked sharper and more complete than before. He questioned Davis's power, suggesting that the knockout over Jermaine Ortiz may not fully prove his dominance. Floyd Schofield Jr. supported his father's view. Still, the Schofields agree the fight would be thrilling in the future once both men gain more championship experience.
And yeah, it does look like that. It looks like Keyshawn's going to take the Devin Haney work.
See, so that's all that is the great Jay Prince is lining his court up so that they don't run into each other in his streams of income. So it don't matter which one go up there. Devin is Devin. Devin going to show up. It's going to be a great fight with either one of them. Because Devin took a loss, and he don't want to take another loss, whether he got it cleaned off his record or not. He don't want to take another
fight, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Both of them are good fight. I don't think Keyshawn is going to beat Devin. I really don't believe Keyshawn will beat Devin.
Too much experience? Why?
I don't know. I just don't see. But off my prediction yesterday, I'm not gonna get that because people will say things. But skill wise, I don't believe this new Devin that showed up his last fight. Keyshawn is gonna be able to run through like he did Ortiz, a smaller guy who seemed like he didn't want to be in there.
I ain't gonna lie. As much as I don't like Devin, I did not expect Devin to do that to Norm. So, and Norm was catching him too, and didn't even buckle Devin. So I don't know.
And Keyshawn's performance wasn't great. It was good. He stopped him. That the referee gave him a gift because the ref stopped it. He didn't even give Ortiz a chance to stand up. Not saying Ortiz would have won, but it wouldn't have been a knockout in that 12 seconds. No, that's what I'm saying. But it wouldn't have been a knockout. The ref gave that gift. He didn't even get his man the count to get up to 8. So, or to 10. So, I don't know. I would want to see the Keyshawn and Devin fight.
Key do got some dog in him, so I would like to see that.
I like the new version of them though. I like the God more in it. The maturity of seeing them grow up as fathers. Like, just to see these young men get into these points is amazing. And they still in their 20s. So I can imagine them in their 30s.
But is this fight realistic in 2026? When you remove the social media drama and official complications, you face the reality of boxing business. For Haney, this is a classic high-risk, low-reward matchup. He built his career by controlling distance, using his size and reach to outscore opponents from the outside. Keyshawn Davis represents the opposite style. He applies constant pressure, fights aggressively on the inside, and carries serious punching power with strong confidence. Haney's team understands the risk. One mistake against a heavy hitter like Davis could damage everything he has built. At this moment, the danger may outweigh the financial reward.
Yeah, you know that, right? I'll show the email.
didn't know that.
No, what? I'll show you the text right now with him. You know what I'm saying? You know, because with our game, it's DTC, man, direct to consumer, man. You dig? No, we go into DMs. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. You know, if you really wanted to fight Devin, you would call Dre. You know that's the big homie. Man, Dre phone is quiet as a mother right now.
You don't think they want it?
Man, you ain't heard it, Dre. You ain't heard nobody say and you up around the baddest motherfucking young motherfuckers in the game. You done showed them everything. What they gonna do next? We been waiting. We got the list. They on the list. And I'm surprised they didn't even call you and tell you. Kind of young motherfuckers don't come not tell the big homie they on the list. They on the hit list. These across town got their name and all this on the thing and talking about if it's up or not. Ain't nobody did Dre like that ever. Put him on no motherfucking list. You dig? You put Dre's name on the list right now, he coming to see you. You dig? So that's how disrespectful we is with this boxing.
Cold list.
cold guy.
The tension around this possible showdown has reached its peak. It feels like a familiar boxing story happening in real time. A determined challenger is chasing an established champion who seems to be under increasing pressure. Fans want the fight. The media keeps questioning it. And the spotlight grows stronger each day. Haney may rely on WBO rules, his father's comments, and weight class debates for now. But in professional boxing, time never stops. Eventually, the delays will end, official challenges will move forward, and there will be no place left to avoid the fight. So what do you think about this matchup happening later this year? Who wins? Can Keyshawn Davis knock out Devin Haney in this heated rivalry? Share your opinion in the comments. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next upload. We will see you in the next video.